I weighed almost 310 pounds. 310 pounds of fat. 310 pounds of anchors. I couldn't do anything, go anywhere. I couldn't eat around people or use the bathroom. Anything I did, my fat traveled with me. The rolls just kept sweating, and I just kept sitting and sitting. I was so tired of the nothingness that filled my world. I was sick of it. The one time, probably going on a year and a half now, I was having massive troubles at home. It seemed like every night my mother yelled and her boyfriend, well, he yelled too. Things were getting a bit above control, so I sneaked around the corner to check out what was going on. He had my mother by the hand. He was about to throw her down the stairs. I ran to her and tried to tug her back from his arms. He pushed me very hard into the hallway behind me. It hurt like hell. "Get the hell out of here, you stupid fat ass," he said, letting my mom go. I was happy she didn't get hurt, but his words began to tear deeper and deeper inside me. He left, thank God, and I went back to my room. I didn't go to sleep that night because my mother's crying seemed to never end. There was all the remarks that remained in the back of my mind. I was angry, so angry that he said that to me. I wanted to get him. But then again, I wanted to get back at all of them. My life was a constant skipping record. Except sometimes the voices changed. A lot of people at school made fun of me. Hell, even my family members had a few remarks here and there. After a while, I got the thought in my head that maybe I should lose weight. Maybe I'd lose the hatred, but every time I tried to, I fell down deeper and deeper into depression. Maybe I'd get a salad at the cafeteria here and there. The onslaught only got worse. No, so much worse. They fed off of me trying. They knew I'd crack. And after a while, I decided to stop. It was always the same static broadcast, but this time, it was more personal than ever. My mother was involved. It was around 11:30 whenever I decided to take a jog or walk. I wanted to do it at night so no one could see me do it. I'd exercise in the darkness from now on. I jogged until I lost my breath and walked over and over again. It felt good being out this way. It was nice and cool. So it felt pretty good whenever I jogged a little. The air was cooling me off nicely. Fat people sweat a lot, I know. I decided to do a nice route to my house. If I did this every night, maybe I would expand it a little more. But I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I did it. It was actually pretty easy, actually. Finally, I got back to my porch and all the lights were off, so I tried being as quiet as possible. It was pretty tough, mostly because I was breathing pretty heavily. Nonetheless, I was able to get to the kitchen where I drank a glass of water from the faucet. It was refreshing. It felt good. Runner's high? I don't really know. Honestly, I don't think I ran that hard. I glanced out the window and I saw something. Someone with a sweatshirt walking on the sidewalk. It was fast, like really, really fast. Curiosity caught to me and I glanced from the side of the window. There was nothing there. So I decided not to worry about it. Why would I anyways? I went to sleep pretty fast that night. The next day, same as another, my mother seemed to be alright. She said that today she was going to be the rest of the day for right. I said I love you and headed out the door. School was the same. Not a lot of people picked on me, weirdly enough. It's sad to say that who's so used to being made fun of you actually notice it's not happening. Didn't matter anyways. All I could care about was the night. I could run free through the streets, past their houses, past everyone. Nobody would see me. It's so freeing. The freedom a slave feels after he runs away. The second night, I decided to go a different route. It was time to stay out a bit longer. Now that I knew I could do it, I was pretty fired up. I knew. I threw on my sweatshirt and snuck out quietly. I went and stopped. It was a little chiller than that night. I could almost see my breath. To think that this was happening. I'm losing weight. No one knows. I'm going to show up one day and they won't have anything to make fun of. God, that freedom ruled. On the other hand of the road, or other side of the road, on the sidewalk, parallel to me was a man. I think a man in such shirt. I immediately erased the smile off my face and tried to look at him. He was different than the person I saw out my kitchen window. He had his hood up so I couldn't see his face. His arms were dug into his pockets and he walked like he was hiding something. The corner was up ahead, so I decided to take it. He crossed the road and kept walking. I didn't jump to conclusions, but it definitely seemed like he was following me. I told myself it was a coincidence. He kept turning and turning everywhere I went. Everywhere I turned, there he was. I couldn't see his face, and he was staring at me. Was he? Corner after goddamn corner. It was a rush of fear, a fear like no other. He was so silent. He didn't make any noise, even over gravel. What the hell was going on? I was running out of sanity, so I finally began jogging again. Just jog, and forget he's even there. It doesn't matter. I was close to my house. I ran, almost there, almost fucking there. I didn't even care about being quiet going in. I ran inside and closed the door, then locked it. I ran upstairs and into my room, fear coursing through my veins. I was in a cold sweat. The window was open. I heard a voice. These were that person's voice. That was fun. Can't wait until next time. Next time? There can't be a next time. Next time means more of him, unlike any other night. I couldn't go to sleep. I stayed up all night watching TV, replaying those words over and over again. That was fun? I can't wait until next time? That was fun? I can't wait until next time. It was fun. I can't wait till next time. The morning came, and I looked out the window with red, watery, baggy eyes. The sun showed through the curtains, and I drew back. Today was going to suck. Hardcore suck. The same happened again. Of course, I looked like shit that day, so the name calling began as soon as I walked into school. Today was going to suck. I ate my lunch, my usual amount. I skipped dinner that night. Anything to stop them from making fun of me. A few guys on the left of me gave all their used lunch trays. Finish the scraps, fatty. And no, just leave me alone, please. Shut up and finish the scraps. Be a good pig. No! I screamed it through the trays at the floor. I ran to the classroom. Today sucked. And I heard one of them say, "Damn, he can actually run fast." His friend then said something. "Must be the cake down there or something." They laughed. And I cried. I got home and threw myself on the bed face first. Today sucks so bad. So freaking bad. I felt like even thinking about it. I just wanted to go to sleep. And then I thought of it. I wanted food. No. I don't need food. I'm not even hungry. It kept nagging at me. No. I don't need food. I'm just sad is all. I gave in and ate a few sandwiches. Today sucked. That night I watched TV again. My alarm went off on my cell phone. I forgot the alarm let me know when it was time to go for a walk. I looked at it for 5 seconds and turned it off. Taking a walk. I remember that guy in the sweatshirt. I heard someone come in. It was my mom's boyfriend, so big surprise. They get into fights at the time on back in the door the next day. The routine of it made me sick, and I remembered the harsh words he spoke to me just a few days before. Get the hell out of here, you stupid fat ass. I clenched my fist and stood up. It was hard, and I was tired because I was absolutely no sleep the day before. I struggled to walk to the living room. I wasn't used to running that much. My legs were in pain. They were both sitting there, and my arms around each other. It made me sick. Mom, I'm going for a walk, I said, looking at the ground. Going for a walk? Do you know how late it is? Yes, Mom. Absolutely not. I'm just walking around the block. That's all. Just to get a little fresh air. Alright, be careful. I once again put my sweatshirt on and slowly made my way to the door. God damn, this day sucked. I went on a different route. Maybe he would find me then. Honestly, I couldn't even think of why I was out there. Why I was doing this again. I was in fear. I probably ran faster that night so I could get this done faster. My mother's boyfriend. That's why I'm out here. Everyone at school too. They're the reason for it. And then it happened just as soon as I thought of those people. And why was the other side of the road? Come on, fat ass, let's go. Come on, fat ass. I ran faster and faster, faster than me. He was faster than me, a whole lot faster. I finally said something to him. Leave me alone. Let me alone. I said it over and over again. I was already out of breath and I couldn't take too much more of it. I closed my eyes and kept saying it, and then I tripped. My knee took most of the fall. It was all cut up. It hurt pretty badly, and I limped home. As I limped home, I was still thinking about all those people who treated me like trash. All those people who wanted to see me fail. I wasn't going to give them the satisfaction. I finally got home. That person was there every single night. It's too much to type in detail, so I'm just going to list the most terrible encounters off by date. September 18th, 2006, 12:37 a.m. I took another route. He found me and started throwing gravel at me. September 27th, 2006, 11:02 p.m. As soon as I left my house, he was on the other side of the road waiting for me. October 7th, 2006, 2:46 a.m. I stayed out a little later. He didn't show up, so I thought he was gone for good. I was wrong. He decided to start skipping and taunting me. October 5th, 2006, 12:56 a.m. He showed up about 2 hours in. He was silent the whole time, which probably made it worse. Whenever I got to my house, he just kept walking and turned the corner. It was November, so it didn't snow yet, but it was completely freezing out. He showed up with the same sweatshirt. I could see my breath, but not his. He spent his time talking under his breath. Fat ass, you stupid bitch, fat fuck. Were just a few words I heard. It went on for about half an hour. I stopped and he slowed a little and then stopped. I took out my phone and took this photo. I know it's blurry and as hell, but I wanted some evidence. Maybe someone in the area had seen him before. I don't know. I took the photo and he said, people are going to love that photo because I'm not a lard ass. I got angry. Shut up, shut the hell up. You've been doing this to me for 2 fucking months. Leave me alone. He started walking towards me. I backed up as far as I could.
You know what I want?
Each word was spoken by a different voice.
I want you to give up and die from a heart attack.
Every single word was spoken by someone I knew. People who made fun of me.
some from school, my mom's boyfriend, and even my own voice. They took their hood off. The head was glitching in and out, like a television screen, all static. The face was changing, switching on and off. They were faces of people I hated, the people who wanted me to give up. He started running at me.
Give up! Give up! Give up!
All of the voices were talking now, perfectly aligned. He started running at me, all screaming. Still screaming at me to give up. I took another photo. No! I screamed. I was crying. I looked up at the sky. I was on my knees. The car passed by and went through him. He disappeared. I was breathing heavily and had snot and tears went down my face. It was cold and I felt very uncomfortable. I got up and noticed the sweatshirt he was wearing. It was laying where he disappeared. I grabbed it, and even more proof, I ran back home. Here's a photo sweatshirt. Again, the photo camera wasn't very good. At the moment after that walk, I never saw him again. I walked that night for about 3 more months. Nothing. No one had even looked like him. He was gone. All I had were the photos of a sweatshirt. It was the scariest thing I ever had to deal with. I'm glad it's over now. It's still pretty interesting though. I hated him. And from his remarks, he definitely wasn't too fond of me either. But if it wasn't for that dark hooded figure, I never would be able to lose this much weight. I decided to post a few supernatural forums on the internet about the man. I wanted to know if people had seen something like I did. I got a few replies, and all who had did was a great deal of weight. All who had lost a great deal of weight. All I can say is thank you, but I hate you. I currently weigh 190 pounds. If I keep the weight off, I'll keep him off.